Well, hello everyone and welcome to The Gardening Life. And let me tell you, today is just going to be a preview of the beginning of a new series called It's New to Me. We're going to be going to different areas, different locations, different venues of places that are new to me in Oklahoma City, but it's going to cover a lot of other topics too. Obviously, things that I am just now discovering. So today we are at my friend Susan McCalmont's, yes, the same Susan McCalmont whose home we just visited here in Lincoln Terrace, and we are at 1515 Lincoln Gallery. And to give you an orientation, Stuart, if you can, I don't know if you can see it or not, but we are literally within spitting distance of the state capitol, just down the street. And they are getting ready for an upcoming show about landscapes, about, just beautiful landscapes of all sorts. It is within a gallery here. It's a gallery, it's a coffee shop. You can come for wine here. You can come and just hang out. There's a permanent exhibit, but then there'll be a new exhibit that they're going to hang on Monday, and more about that later. Today, this is just a preview. We're going to say hello to Susan and John. I think Roger, our friend Roger, is also here working on some stuff, but it's cold outside, Stuart, so let's go in. Hello, 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 hello. And here's some old friends that you recognize. Hey, guys. Hey, how are you, Susan? Hey, John. Oh, John, you're looking dapper.
Thank you. Trying to stay warm.
You are trying to stay warm.
10-degree weather tomorrow.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I think 10. It's already up to 10.
I think it's a little warmer.
Oh, wow. That's wonderful. Well, we are just going to do a brief, just a little bit of an overview of this incredible venue. We're going to introduce ourselves to some people here, the artist in residence, and, well, just some other important personnel here at 1515 Gallery. So what do you say, guys? Let's do it. So Roger, you need no introduction. You're on camera. You're on candid camera. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
so come over here, Roger. So Roger needs no introduction.
This is an everyday occurrence at the gallery. So
excuse us. So Roger is here, and he is helping with
curating.
Okay, I should have come up with that term. Co-curating with Susan. We already know about Susan, and then we already know a fixture on the channel, John Sherman, does his literally old hat around here. And then who is this lovely woman?
This is Joanne Spears, who will greet you when you come into the gallery, and she's our operations and events manager.
Well, okay, so wonderful. So now when you come, you can call Joanne by name, just like your old friends. So what we are going to do is just introduce you to some people here that you will meet when you come for the show, Artists Eye the Land. Am I reading that? Yeah, Artists Eye the Landscape. And it's going to be fabulous, and we're going to come back and we're going to see it. It's not hung yet. What you're seeing now, as Stuart, if you just kind of would do a little pan, what you're seeing now is the permanent exhibit. Kind of.
Well, there's an end of the show that's coming down.
Okay.
On this side, and then the other side is the wall. And it changes all that. I won't call it permanent. Just all the different artists that Susan represents.
Okay.
Are displayed in those areas.
Okay, so just some kind of housekeeping details. Is there any charge to come and see the exhibit? Totally free. No charge. And it will be ready for viewing
Thursday the 5th.
Thursday the 5th.
6 p.m.
6 p.m. Okay. But it will be up for a while.
For 2 months.
For 2 months. So you can come to Oklahoma City and you can see it while you are here. Well, you know what? Let's talk about that when we come back, because we can meet your chef. And the really important people at the gallery, those that keep us wined and dined. Okay, but before we go into the cafe area here, we must stop because Roger is not only a brilliant landscaper and garden designer, he is an artiste and all. Okay, tell us about this, Roger.
Well, these are some of my silly little pots. You know, we've
You
talked about it
these,
before,
yes.
and you know, they're a little too pretty, but I think that's fine. It's okay to laugh. And they're porcelain pieces that I throw on the potter's wheel, and then I make real leaves. These are ginkgo leaves out of porcelain that I apply on the surface, and then I made molds of some of my favorite rocks.
So
we all have favorite rocks.
So there's and there's a garden reference to a garden
Yes,
and an earthy reference.
Yeah,
to
they mostly have leaves. There's a hydrangea leaf on this one, rocks that are made out of porcelain and then decorated with porcelain colors. And then these with the gold, the ginkgo leaves are always finished with 24 karat gold leaf. So they're just kind of fun.
And by the way, I have to tell you that I will be looking at these because, Roger, last time you had a show, you sold out and there was nothing, there was nothing left.
Well, and that's actually the same rock as this one.
And but I expected it to be really heavy like a real rock because it looks so real.
So are the rocks made out of
they're porcelain.
Porcelain as well?
They're porcelain. And I made plaster molds of the rocks. And
Look at the little ants in there.
Yes,
my
most of them,
gosh.
they're just, you know, they would be just a little too precious if it was just flowers. So most of them you'll find, if you look, there'll be, some of them are prominent, there'll be insects and ants crawling on them.
Well, it's kind of like that old world Flemish quality where you would have rotting fruit.
Yes, right, exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
I love that.
And so like this little bottle, you know, has ginkgo leaves, hydrangea leaves, pooty, and all sorts of fun decorations. But then we've also got ants crawling down into the center of the bottle.
I love it.
So anyway, I have a blast. This is, you know, when I'm designing landscapes, it's a long-term process, and there's so many things involved, and it takes, you know, sometimes years to from start to finish. And these, I'm in the studio by myself in the evenings, you know, making these things, having fun.
It's kind of a meditative process.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
Yeah, a meditative process. And by the way, all of these are for sale, as is most of our, like almost all of it. Yeah, okay, pretty much everything here is for sale. And I can't impress upon all of you enough, this whole area is just, this building is just so light infused. And we're going to talk a little bit more about this former home, now gallery itself, on our next visit. But it's exceptional. And if you need a place to go to warm the cockles of your heart on a cold winter day, oh my goodness, come in here because it is simultaneously so cozy and so bright and cheery. I just absolutely love it. Okay, but I promised you that we would introduce you to some of the important people here, so we'll do that when we come back. Now, Susan, because I know we're going to be asked, tell us when you're open, what your hours are, and what days of the week.
We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 6.
Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 6.
And then the bistro is open 11:30 to 2:30, and then we have happy hour in the afternoon. So
I cannot wait for the summer to come and sit out
we
here.
have a patio.
I know, wonderful patio. Okay, so who is the master of your bistro?
So this is Zach Williams, and Zach is our bistro manager and chef.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely going to bring a gaggle of friends over here next week to come and see some of the things on your menu.
Great pasta. His pasta dishes.
Oh, really?
Amazing.
Oh, wow.
So tell them what you do.
Okay.
You do homemade pasta every day and
homemade rolls.
homemade rolls. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're telling a
Oh my
story.
gosh, you're kidding.
Yeah. So yeah, I make all my own fresh pasta, fresh sauce, everything. Our latest big hit was the carrot bisque with some cinnamon, some cumin, nutmeg. It's a really wonderful cold weather treat.
Okay, do you do sweets too?
Absolutely, yeah. We do brownies. You know, we do kind of an oaky affogato, if you will. So a little bit of vanilla ice cream with a shot of espresso in there mixed up.
We've got great
That's where you
coffee.
got your
Yeah,
idea for that
It
dessert.
wasn't actually, but yes, it's
I
similar.
thought you stole it.
I didn't steal
I thought you stole it.
And
No.
actually, Roger, who helped us with some of the landscaping,
Right.
planted thyme and rosemary and everything. So Zach incorporates the herbs from the garden into
Yeah.
his dishes.
So that's garden-inspired living,
It is.
if there ever was something. But when it's still really, really cold out, come by here, which I plan to do. Get a cup of coffee and have a sweet treat or something,
For sure.
and just soak in all of the
And look at
wonderful
art.
sunshine. And look, well, of course, look at art.
And a
But-
glass of wine.
But I have to ask you, if people see Roger's things, or you also carry jewelry, you carry textiles, you carry all sorts of things, which you'll be seeing later. Can people buy that stuff? Do you have an online shop?
We have an online shop through our website. So you can go to 1515lg.com and everything's on our website, and we can ship anywhere in the world.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's wonderful. Can you ship some of his brownies?
Those are lovely.
Those are lovely.
Yeah.
You can come by and get some of those
And he
firsthand.
does takeaway too, locally.
Oh, you
So-
do?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, anytime.
Oh my gosh. Okay, good to see. It's new to me. It's new to me. Okay, when we come back, we're going to meet some people who are new to me. Well, what I love about this gallery is it's not only a place to enjoy, savor, and purchase works of art, but it's also it's a wonderful gathering place. And I love that. So when you're here, you can meet up with friends, but you can also meet up with their artist in residence. Would you like to make another introduction?
Yes, I'd like to introduce you to Nathan Lee.
Hi, Nathan.
He's our artist in residence.
Hi, good to meet you.
Good to meet you. So this is a pretty large property, and where do you reside on the property?
I actually am living in the guest house in the back. So I'm the artist in resident
Ongoing.
ongoing. And Susan has allowed me to do quite a few things here. We're hoping to do some things this spring, live demonstrations
Oh, wonderful.
and more. So it's been a thrill.
Are you from Oklahoma?
I'm originally from Oklahoma.
Okay. Okay.
And he does amazing paintings, sculptures, but he's also done a lot with film. He's multi-talented.
Oh, wow.
So we tell them a little bit about the film. that
Well,
we
Susan
shot.
actually opened up the gallery to us to shoot probably 90% of our film.
Oh, my. And your film on.
It was it's called Merrick, and it was starring mainly Oklahoma actors. So since I'm an artist,
Uh-huh.
I'm not making a lot of money. So we all got together and we said, rather than play golf or go play tennis, let's get together to make
Make
a
a movie.
film. Yeah.
And I think it's also new to a lot of people, and it was new to me, that Oklahoma City has a very thriving, really very busy film industry
They do.
here.
They do.
Yeah. I can remember seeing the set of Twister when it was being made, and a number of things have been made here. So what in addition to film and sculpture, your mediums of art are?
I do film, I do sculpture, and I do a podcast.
Oh, you do a podcast.
I do a
Oh,
podcast.
okay. New to me. Do tell.
It's called the Life is Art podcast, and we recently started a new segment called Coffee Cup Conversations. What do people generally get together over? They get together over coffee. That's the first part of their day. And every Wednesday, I will be present on the actual gallery grounds, and people that want to come in and have a conversation and commit to doing a podcast, they're free to talk about whatever they want, and wherever the conversation goes, we go.
Well, one of the missions that we have on this channel is to make gardening accessible and less intimidating. And I think that here's an opportunity to make art, the world of art, less intimidating and more accessible to everyone. And I am somebody who was, and still is, easily, intimidated by knowing about art and everything about it, and being knowledgeable and being able to speak in a language that doesn't sound ignorant or whatever when talking about works of art. But John and Susan both have made me feel so much more comfortable about that because our art is subjective and we like what we like.
Right.
And one of the things that Susan did here was part of, I think, part of her mission. You can correct me if I say this wrong, but this wasn't just an art gallery. It's a place to come and sit and absorb art, meet people, have conversations. I mean, it's kind of like, we treat it as our neighborhood gathering spot, So there is more to it, and people are intimidated by going to an art show. Sometimes, you go, what am I supposed to look at and all that. Well, you just come here and absorb it, and then you find something that you like, and then you start asking questions, and sometimes you walk away with a painting. It's really cool.
Yeah, and you develop a relationship with a work of art. So also, let's provide a little bit more context. We are on Lincoln Boulevard right here, just down from the Capitol, but we are within spitting distance of both Susan's home and John's home in another historic neighborhood in the Lincoln Terrace area. So you get the best of just about everything living in this historic area and thinking about just the past. And by the way, is the oil well still on the grounds of the Capitol?
Yes.
And it may not be working anymore, but the edifice of
It's the only Capitol
with an oil, so it's just this wonderful fusion of gathering and art and historic neighborhoods and wonderful people and good food and good wine. And I love the way it all comes here together at 1515 Lincoln. So thank you so much for introducing us to new friends, introducing us to new food. And I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, getting ready to go into No Spend February, that I see all sorts of things here that I am tempted by. But we will be back and we'll show you some behind the scenes of hanging this fabulous gallery exhibit that's getting ready to come up. And give us the date and time again.
February the 5th.
February the 5th.
6 to 8 is the opening.
Okay.
And then it will be up for 8 weeks.
Okay, so be there or be square. It may still be cold, but trust me, you will find a warm and wonderful welcome here at the gallery.